Yes, welcome to this episode on what you call product price differentiation. This is a strategic approach that are used for the pricing for the purpose of maximizing profits while serving diverse customer segments. So I just want to bring a highlight for people who are in business, technical sales, to understand why product price differentiation is important for your business. Product price differentiation is a pricing strategy where the same product, maybe it may have slight versions or slight changes or features, is normally sold at different prices based on the customer segments or based on perceived value, preference, the market conditions, or we call it the market segmentations, or the product features. This strategy normally helps the company if you want to bring a product into the market. This is a new product. You may go maybe to rich countries or developed countries. The price may not be the same as when you take this same product to maybe developing countries or region where the economy of scale is lower as compared to regions where the economies of scale is high, or the value of the liquidity is maybe higher than the value, or the higher of the or lower. So as a business person, always ensure that you differentiate your product. You may change features slightly. I know maybe the phones we are buying in Africa may not be the same versions that are sold in the original country. So we call them product differentiation, because already they have changed the version slightly. Every time the versions are coming, maybe like smartphones, you find this smartphone are changing the names. There are slight features they are improving. There are slight features they are putting. Even others can only change the cover, can also change the outlook, or can change the memory, can change the RAM, and then they increase the price. So this we call product price differentiation. The aim of this is always to maximize profit by capturing the customer preference or customer surplus. The aim is to attract diverse customers, because every customer might have their own varying needs. When you are attracting diverse customers based on the varying price sensitivities, then you are conquering the market with your product. At the same time, it helps to maintain competitiveness. You are living in a world where things are changing overnight, like the coming of AI. Yes, we are living in a world where things are changing. Technology is changing overnight, like the introduction of AI. Who knows? The future phones may be fully AI based. We are now having autonomous vehicles. We are now having e-vehicles, electric vehicles. We are now having systems that are so complex, but they are shaping the world. So you need to understand how to remain competitive in the market. If you look at the Wiko phones, there are Wiko smartphones that were there previously in Kenya, actually in Africa. There are other phones like Samsung, those Samsung small phones. They changed Nokia phones, Windows phones, Alcatel phones. If you look at this product, some of them are not in the market simply because they fail to innovate. So when you innovate and when you differentiate the price, it will help you to be in the market. Some of these price differentiation are normally common in airlines. Every different airlines have their different rating for the purpose of attracting customers. If KLM is cheaper than the KQ, then I go to KLM. But you may find the features in KLM or features in KQ may not be the same. Like hospitality, different. They say different hotels, different education centers may have different ratings, because everyone wants to attract the customers, and everyone want to remain in the market. Another example is electronics, like smartphones, TV sets. All these have different models, like Samsung, LG, maybe Hisense, maybe Wiko. All these products, they have different prices, which means they have different features. Then what's called e-commerce. Those people who are selling products online, maybe on Jumia. You can look at Jumia. You can look at maybe Gigi. You can look at Alibaba. You can look at Amazon, everyone has their own price ratings. That's we call it product price differentiation. Let's go to types of price differentiation. Business normally employs various forms of what you call price differentiation to target different customers or depending on their segments. The first one is called it the first degree. The first degree is what you call it is personal. Let me call it personal. First degree is personal. Each customer normally pays maximum price they are willing to pay. We are fond of bargaining. I happen to go to a shop in France. There's nowhere you can bargain. They have just put fixed price. You don't bargain. Many of their shops. But you come to Africa, basically let me use my mother country, Kenya. This is the greatest country in the whole world, Kenya, and is the capital of Africa. You may find products being sold. Before a customer buys, he will move around checking the prices of other shop dealers, checking the price of other car dealers before he comes. Even he checks online before he comes or she comes to buy from you. And nowadays we have the AI. People are now using AI to check the price because the AI will give an average price. When you look at AI, maybe a car is being sold at $10,000. Maybe the same model. When now they come to the shop, that has become the bargaining power. So this is called first degree product price differentiation. We have a second category called second degree. This second degree is what we call quantity version or quantity version. The prices normally varies depending on the product version or the package size or the usage level. For example, most cases like softwares. We have softwares like which software developers. They can give you a software that does basic things. They can give you a software that does pro things, or they can give you a software that does premium things like AutoCAD, like Vision 360, like SolidWorks. You see, they give you levels. So this one are normally we call them second degree. They differentiate the product price using what we call second degree. Another type of differentiation is what we call third degree. Third degree now depends on the customer. This is the customer segment. The price differentiation across customer groups. They look at the age, they look at the region, they look at the occupation. Example like student discounts is maybe in a college. They say students are given this discount. Maybe the product they are buying. Maybe you're going to watch a game somewhere. They say they have the VIP product. We have the VVIP level and the common, or maybe the basic level, for example. So they give different levels. Even they have senior level, elder levels. So these are what we call the customer segments. They differentiate product depending on the customer segment, either the age or the region. The price they're selling, let's say in Westland for the smartphone, is not the same as the price they're selling in Eastland. Because they believe people in Eastland are not rich, but people in Westland are rich. So you see, they are differentiating the product depending on the region. So you, when you're going to sell your product in Westland, if you are fond of selling a product which is 10,000 and you're going to sell the product in Westland, don't go and sell the same product in Westland with the same price. Because those people believe the more expensive the product is, the high quality it is. So you must know how to differentiate your customers. Even occupation, you cannot sell a product to a professor same price to maybe they say a craft student, or maybe a craft graduate. Even education, in terms of education or occupation, somebody who is maybe an engineer or a doctor, and somebody who is a casual worker, the price may be not be the same. So you as a salesperson or a technical sale, you must know how to differentiate price. Then we have what we call time-based. Time-based prices changes depending on the season or demand or purchase time. For example, during rain season, some products may be higher. During umbrellas, you find umbrellas during the rain season, they are expensive than during the hot season. You find that hotels, let's say hotels during events like maybe football, during more major events, hotels may be expensive as compared to when there are no events. So they look at the demand. So we call them time-based price or product differentiations. So you must know how to differentiate. Don't sell water at night on the road. You're selling to the people who are traveling at night, maybe on short distance, unless you're selling on a long distance. On short distance, you're selling water, and the environment is so cold, they not buy. But you're selling water on the roadside, but the environment is hot, people will buy. And even if you increase the price, people will buy. So look at the time. Time is of essence when you're doing business. Then you have what you call geographical location. Prices may vary depending on location due to their local demand. If you or maybe local demand, taxes, or the cost structures. Example like Netflix subscription across countries are not the same. Example like DSTV subscription are not the same. Example like maybe let's say this is Azam TV, this is this TV, Netflix, maybe things like Safaricom data, they will not be the same. You may find even when your international calls, it is very expensive than local calls. We have the last type we can differentiate your products called what channel based. Different prices depends on the sales channel. For example, when you are doing in store, the price will be not the same as when you're doing online. Or for example, if you are doing wholesale, it will be not the same as when you're doing retail. Most cases, if you are doing wholesale, it means maybe you give allowance. If you buy more than 10, the price will be like this. If you buy less than 10, the price will be like this. Go to e-commerce and look at how Alibaba does their marketing. If you are buying maybe less than 50 quantity, they have put their price level. If you are buying maybe more than 50 quantities, they have put their price level. So the more the quantity, the cheaper the price. Because when you buy more, the company is able to break even, to let's say when you break even or to get profit margin or to maximize profit at a certain point. But if you buy less, the price becomes cheap, expensive. So you look at those called what channel based. So you can differentiate your product using first degree, that is personalized, second degree quantity or version, third degree customer segments. You can also look at time based. You can look at what you call geographical or channel based. Okay. So let's look at factors that drives price differentiation. What are some of the critical factors that influence how companies, organizations, or business or technical sales implement price differentiation strategies? What are these factors do we look at? The first critical factor is what we call customer willingness to buy or to pay. Let's say to pay, because at the end of it they will pay. The first factor is what we call customer willingness to pay. This is normally based on any income level and perceived product value. Somebody may believe Samsung is better than Infinix. Somebody may believe Samsung is better than Wiko. Somebody may believe Samsung is better than Oppo. Somebody may believe Samsung is better than Tecno. That is product perceived product value. Another one may pay depending on their income. Somebody is earning 20k, somebody is earning 40k, somebody is earning 100k. They pay depending on their level. So these are the factors that makes the business companies or the technical sales to differentiate product. We call it customer willingness to pay. Number two, market segmentation. When we look at market segmentation, we are looking at different groups that have different price sensitivities. If you are selling product in westland areas, maybe where they are richer than in maybe wealthier than in eastland areas, they are so sensitive to price. So you must ensure that, because you want to remain in the market, unless you change some features in your product, then you go and sell them cheaper, then you'll be able to remain in the market. But if you're only focusing on the westland regions, maybe somebody wants a product which is high quality, like iPhones. iPhones are high quality and very expensive. Somebody may buy today and may take years to buy another phone. So you see, you in case you are doing innovation, or you are selling your product to the same people, it may take time for you to incur break even. So what you do is you differentiate the features in your product so that you remain in the market. That's why you look at Samsung. Samsung, they bring up new products every now and then. They are changing small things so that they remain in the market. Like Nokia was shipped out of the market. Windows Phone was shipped out of the market because these are the things they fail to do when they are innovating the phones. Even Alcatel, even Wiko, those are some of the things they fail to do in their in their companies. Another factor that may influence companies to differentiate is competition. Because you are producing something. It's not that you are the only one producing it. There are so many people producing the same thing. So you need to analyze your market segment and understand how is the market. How many products are they being sold in the market? They may be doing different branding, but they are doing the same purpose. So what you do is you differentiate your product. Toyota car, Subaru car, maybe Honda, maybe Suzuki or Isuzu may not be the same price across, because they want to remain in the market. So they differentiate their products. Out of competition, that's when you differentiate your product. Another factor that you can consider is what you call product features. Product features. There are different features you can look at. Let's say the design, the quality, the maybe adds-on like maybe the camera, the phone. Let's use a simple example like a phone. Maybe the phone has temperature sensor, it has maybe humidity sensor, maybe it measures your health, it measures your heartbeat. Maybe it does so many things. So those are some of the things they put in those versions to vary the price, to justify the varying of the price, to justify the variation in prices, to justify why the price has been differentiated. Another factor that they consider is what you call brand positioning. Like when I say basic, level 1, level 2, or pro or premium, these are the brands. If they are giving you maybe basic software, it may not have those features. If they are giving you premium, it may do a lot of work. So this branding positioning also helps the companies to do what you call to increase either the price or reduce the price, so that they reinforce their exclusivity in terms of product price differentiation. The last factor we can consider, there are so many factors. The last factor we can call it distribution cost. Logistics and even regional tariffs affect the final prices. The price, maybe you are shipping product from China to Kenya, you are shipping product from all the way from UK to Kenya, or USA to Kenya, or another country far east to Kenya, or to your region. The price might not be the same. So this one will affect, because distribution cost will affect even tariffs, taxes, and even the company policies or the country policies, tax policies. This will affect the product price differentiation. Successful price differentiation requires deep understanding of the customer psychology. You don't just wake up today and say, okay, I'm going to sell this on 100k, 20k, 50k. You must understand the market segment, the market preference. What is their psychology? That's why most of the products, if you go to supermarkets, they're giving you product to test. Test this. So you are testing them. We call them product penetration. They are just penetrating the product in the market. Then you have what called market dynamics. The changing the market. Customer preference. Things are changing all of a sudden because of things, many products coming into play. So you must understand before you differentiate your product. Yes, people are selling maybe pens as dozens, but you realize, or let's say pencils as dozens, maybe 12 pieces together, but you realize there's somebody who wants one pencil or one pen. What do? You give that person one pen or one pencil. So you see we call it now market dynamics. You find tissues are sold maybe in 4 rolls, 2 rolls, 3 rolls, 8 rolls, 10 rolls. Why? Somebody can afford 10 rolls, another one can afford 5 rolls, another can afford 2, like that. So you have done what you call product price differentiations. Then competitive landscape. Understand the competition. Don't just dwell in the market. Don't just push the product in the market. In innovation, we have what you call we have what you call push and pull. Don't just push something in the market. Look at the pull, the market pull, or so that it helps you to understand the competitive landscape. Okay, let's look at the examples. Examples of product price differentiations we know that has been implemented across across the industries. As I already given you, we have airline. We have in airlines, we have the economy level, we have business level, we have first class level, and on the same flight, actually, on the same flight, they have seats for the economy, they have seats for the business, and they have seats for the first class. So you see the first class is expensive more than the business, and the business class is more expensive than the economy. So this is how they differentiate their product. Maybe first class, you comfortable, you can watch anything you want. Maybe you can give you special food, special meal. You can lie down. You can do whatever. So those are some of the features they differentiate. So they show that they capture the market and they remain relevant in the market. And actually, the first class you pay more than even the business and even the economy. If you cannot afford the business, go to economy. You are reaching where you want to reach. If you cannot afford the first class, go to business. You reach where you reach. You can look at softwares. Softwares, they are very clever. They give you free trial. Somebody can give you free trial of 7 days, 14 days, 1 month. Once you test the free trial, it is good, my friend. You will buy it. So this is an aspect of what you call product price differentiation. They also give you standard, or professional, or enterprise, or premium. They have differentiated this product. If you are developing a software, ensure that you have software for free trial, standard version, professional version, and enterprise versions, or premium versions. And each one has their limit and their pricing to ensure you remain relevant in the market. Another aspect is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola are very clever. They have now come with a very small bottle. A very small bottle. Maybe I think 200 or 100 ml. You have 200 ml, 300 ml, 500 ml, and even they can give you even 50 ml. Why? They want somebody who has 10 bob, 20 bob to buy. So this is an example of what you call product price differentiation. Then Apple phones. Apple phones are normally for different prices in US, Europe, and Asia, and even Africa. The price that they are being sold in US is not the same as the price they're selling in Africa. It's not the same as the price they're selling in Asian countries. So because of the market segments, because of competitive advantage, because of preference of the customers, there are so many factors that we had highlighted. Even you look at Netflix. When Netflix are streamlining their services, giving you view commands, or maybe view ownership, they can give you mobile view or standard view or premium plans. Instead of you having a TV, you can use your services on mobile phones. And I'll give you a scenario. DSTV is being shipped out of the market in most of the African countries. Why? These services are being offered on mobile phones. They have apps we can streamline sports, apps we can streamline everything you want. So DSTV are becoming redundant. So unless they develop mobile apps with maybe free or trial, standard or professional, enterprise or premium standard or packages, which are cheaper for the people who want to use, then they will be shipped out of the market. That's the hint I'm giving to this TV. What are the benefits of product price differentiation? The benefits of product price differentiation, if you implement it well, number one is about revenue maximization, profit maximization. If you sell something at 50 ml, 100 ml, 20, maybe 20 ml, maybe 300 ml, 500 ml, and every customer is able to afford, at the end of the day, you are able to break even. And this one helps you to maximize revenue. Number two, market penetration. We have what you call market pull and market push. If you differentiate your product well in terms of price, you will be able to reach customer segments without any worry, because they're able to buy the product based on what they're able to pay, the willingness of the customers to pay. Number 3, competitive advantage. Because whatever you are doing, whatever you're giving out in the market, always it has a competition. So for you to remain relevant, for you to be competitive, you must differentiate your product. You must differentiate your product in terms of price to protect the market share from competitors. Just like I've said, DSTV, if they're not going to do product price differentiation, changing some features to suit the mobile people are using, to watch even football through the mobile apps, then they will be shaped out of the market. Because nowadays we have smart TVs. We can buy data, we can use Wi-Fi, we can go online, look at the apps which are offering football, and then we watch. This is an example for DSTV. They need to wake up. Another advantage is or benefit to customer loyalty. When you offer choices that builds inclusivity and satisfaction, customers will always remain to you. Because at the end of the day, you as a person who is selling or a company, you must ensure that you retain your customers. How do you retain your customers if you don't offer incentives through product price differentiations? For the purpose of ensuring inclusivity, if I'm able to afford 10 milliliter, 20 milliliter, or 2 rolls of tissue, 5 rolls of tissue, then you have satisfied my need. And the end query of a business is to satisfy customers' needs. At the end of the day, is to customize, to satisfy customers' needs while you are making profit. The last benefit, there are so many of them, we have what called efficient resource allocation. This one, the higher the profit can be used to subsidize research and development or operations. Because every time you are innovating, if you have done your product price differentiation well, you're able to know that 10 ml is selling at this, 20 ml is selling at this, 100 ml is selling at this, and you're able to achieve the price, the higher profits, and this higher profit can help you to reduce the cost of research and development or other operations. So, and the end query is, companies practicing effective price differentiation will often see a 5 to 15% increase in revenue without any significant cost increases. So why? Are you ready to do that today? If you are starting a business, don't say yangu nauzanga hii, mine I only said 100, no, I can't change. Ensure that even if the customer comes who wants at 20 bob, check that you can give that customer at 20 bob, but change the quantity, not the quality. Let's look at the second last challenges. What are the challenges that may occur in terms of product price differentiation? The challenges, one is customer perception. In case you overdo it, the customers may feel exploited, and you risk fairness, you risk loyalty. So the risk of unfairness if the customer feel exploited is of high niche in terms of customer perception. So you don't overdo it. These are some of the challenges that may occur in case you overdo product price differentiations. Many years I saw sugar was being sold in one sachet of 1 bob, 5 bob. You overdo it, then it becomes useless. Number 2 is complexity management. If you don't have the right people, the right channel, or the right regions across where you're able to monitor the product price differentiation, then it will affect your output. Number 3 is risk of arbitrage. Customers buying cheap in one region. You see, if you have done more of differentiation, some of these customers are very clever. They can buy this product from another region and then they resell it in another region. You see, maybe you are selling today in this region, they buy and then go and sell in another region, and you may find in that region you are removed out of the market. For example, if you are selling in that market was 20 ml, you are selling at 100 bob, and in the other region you are selling them at maybe 50 bob. So the customers will come and buy, then they go and sell maybe less than that one. And you see, you affect risking the product in that region. Another challenge is what we call competition reaction. Some of these rifles may feel and undercut if you differentiate their products, and they may even go lower to remain in the market, and it will affect your product. So you must be ensured that when you're differentiating the product, not just because you want to remain in the market, but look at the approximation, look at the market segment, so that you don't overdo it, because the other competitions or the competitors may also differentiate it, and they may affect your output. Lastly is what we call legal and ethical values. Some regions regulate this aspect of it, because when you're looking at product price differentiation, it is like discrimination. You are discriminating price. In simple terms, you are discriminating price. If that region or that country doesn't have the legal entity or the law that governs this, then it may affect how you regulate the pricing. To ensure that you follow the legal, ethical value or the law-abiding product price differentiation in that region. A warning to you companies, or many companies or the sales who are doing this. Poorly implemented differentiation can damage the brand reputation, and this may lead to customer backlash. Poorly implemented differentiation can damage brand reputation, and this may lead to customer backlash. I hope we are together. My class, these are the things you need to learn in your business. Okay, sustainable factors that you can bring in when you're looking at product price differentiation. Sustainable, something that can sustain you, long-term success that you can adopt. What are these long-term success or long-term sustainable pricing practices you can build in your approach? First is transparent communication. Clearly explain why different versions cost more or less to build trust. If you are offering iPhone of maybe 10, iPhone 16, iPhone 10, 12, you must have a reason why their prices are different. Must be transparent. Number two, data-driven pricing. Because of technology, use analytics, use customer service, or use AI, artificial intelligence, to help you optimize fair segmentation or market price segmentations. If not, you may overdo it or underdo it, and it may affect your output. Number three, include what we call inclusive access, offering low-cost versions that ensures affordability without excluding the low-income groups. So bring in these features. You offer low-cost version that ensures affordability, yes, but you are not excluding the low-income groups. Then lastly, you have what we call green product pricing. Differentiate between eco-friendly and traditional products that encourage sustainability. This is relevant as a business. Products which are eco-friendly. Products which are eco-friendly and which have traditional value must ensure that you maintain or encourage sustainability. Greener product pricing. What is the sustainable approach? The ethical price differentiation that balances profit goals with a social responsibility and a long-term customer relationship. This will help you to apply sustainable approach in product price differentiation. Even if you are differentiating product or prices, in terms of prices, they must follow ethical balance. They must also ensure that the profit you get is not super or overdone. And at the same time, you ensure that you offset or you balance the social responsibility with the long-term customer relationship or loyalty. To wind up with our presentation, the future trends that are driving product price differentiation, the landscape of price differentiation is evolving with technological advancements. Technology is taking shape so fast that product price differentiation is taking shape. One, AI-driven dynamic pricing. As I said, nowadays people are searching products in the AI. The AI is checking product average online. Then it gives you a real-time price changes based on the demand, customer profile, and behavior. So that you can now vary, you can now base your argument when you're going to bargain the product based on the AI-driven pricing. Number two, premium models. When you are offering free basic access, either with the paid premium or upgrades, may become more prevalent, but you need to ensure that these premium models are relevant to the people in segmented for or differentiated for. Then you have another aspect, or the trends that are coming into what we call product price differentiation is called what we call subscription pricing. Instead of giving a one-time purchases, for example, the person who developed M-Pesa, instead of selling M-Pesa to the Safaricom, that person could have given Safaricom to use the services, but he or she is paid some cents for every transaction. But because he never knew the challenges, that these are some of the things that comes into play when you are selling your product. Things like one-time purchases. You don't give one-time purchases. At least service. Some of the products we are using, they give you as a service, so you don't buy or you don't own. Even the e-citizen you are using, somebody was it was developed in Japan, so they are giving us to use it as a service as a country. We have carbon pricing integration. The products priced differently based on the carbon footprint, and this one I will not elaborate it well. I want to give you a project. My student, go through these future trends and develop one project that captures either of AI-driven premium model subscription pricing or carbon pricing integrations. In summary, product price differentiation is a strategic tool for balancing profit maximization, number one, in improving customer inclusivity and competitiveness. When you apply these strategies sustainably, it is not only to boost your business growth, but also ensures that diverse customer needs are met fairly, because you're looking at social responsibility. And you can use future trends to help you differentiate the product, like AI data-driven or premium models that will help your business to become more personalized and dynamic in the future. So, a recap: we have looked at an introduction to product price differentiation, as I said, a strategy where we can differentiate products depending on the market segment, perceived value, market conditions, or features. We went ahead to look at what we call types of product price differentiations. We have looked at the first degree, second degree, third degree, time-based, geographical, or channel-based. We look at factors that influence the product's differentiation strategies. We have given some of the examples across what are the benefits of doing what we call product price differentiations, what are some of the challenges, and sustainable trends or practices that we can use to improve our product pricing or differentiations, and then the future trends in our product pricing differentiations. Anyone who has a question, you can discuss in our channel or we'll answer you later. Thank you. Have a lovely day.